Welcome to Montana, a place where the horizon never ends, full of friendly folk just trying to do right. But in the untamed wilderness, you never know what's going to be coming around the bend. One thing's for certain. Once you set foot in this place, you may never want to go home again. And you might not.
Reba McEntire is showing off her wicked side on season 3 of ABC's crime drama Big Sky. They're calling it Big Sky Deadly Trails. She is one half of a shady married couple who own Sunny Day Excursions, a Montana glamping company. Reba McEntire, it is so great to see you.
Thank you so much. Good to see you too.
Okay, Reba, I need to get this out of the way first. During the first season of Big Sky, Ryan Phillippe came on this show, super charming, really talked this show up. So I tune in on ABC and I'm watching this very riveting show. And then what happens? Ryan Phillippe is killed off in the first episode. Reba McEntire, country music legend, eponymous star of the late great comedy Reba on UPN, RIP. Do you die off in the first episode? Please tell me now.
No. I promise. No, we've already filmed 6 episodes, had a blast with it. I get to play a character that I've never played before. She's, you know, she'll cook you brownies and she'll help crochet, or she'll cut your carotid artery.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's different.
She's real different. Reba, this is a real turn for you because you're our American sweetheart. And so even in that promo, it all sounds like this is all fun and games. And then you do that very Reba look at the end, which also says, I might cut you. How are you persuaded to play a villain?
I've always wanted to, and I've never gotten a role or a part that even suggested it before. I think the darkest song I've ever gotten to sing was That's the Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia. And so when Elwood Reed from Big Sky approached me with this idea, I said, oh my gosh, yes, I'd love to. And my boyfriend was with me listening to the Zoom, and he jumped behind me on the Zoom. He said, this is exactly what Reba needs to be doing. She's been waiting on this. And Elwood said, well, Rex, what are you up to? Rex Lynn, my boyfriend. He said, oh, just hanging out and having fun, working on young Sheldon. He said, well, you need to be on this show. And so it worked out that Rex and I are husband and wife on the show, and we're having a blast.
I love this for you. I mean, obviously it was Kismet. It was meant to be. Now, you mentioned a second ago one of your darkest songs. I'm going to be here to disagree with you because I would say that Fancy has a dark side to it. And
yes, you're right.
I'm wondering, where is Fancy today? Like, in your head, is she, in my head, she lives in New York, and she's about to be cast in the next season of The Real Housewives of New York. But in your head, where is she?
I can't top that.
Don't you think, though?
Yes, definitely. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, she's going to be great in the reunion, and she's definitely going to be hired on the next season. Oh, good. Okay, that is settled. My next question for you is, you have had an unbelievable career. I mean, you've basically done everything that a person can do, whether it's TV, whether it's music, movies. I mean, let's talk about Tremors. But something that you have not done yet is a versus. Are you familiar with versus? Something that's very big with the kids on the internet. Okay, no. So this became huge during the height of the pandemic because, you know, no one had anything to do. And we needed to have stars just online. So they got online and very famous, mostly hip-hop stars, verse each other. So, for example, one of the big ones was Brandy versus Monica. My pitch to you is, since you've done everything else, a versus, but it's the first country music versus. It's at the Ryman Auditorium. It's you versus Dolly. Let's make it happen.
I love it. Great idea.
Oh, good. So
I'm gonna work on that.
We're in development. It's happening.
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely. That sounds like fun.
But
I'm going to check that out.
You and Dolly really did do a duet not too long ago for your album that revisited some of your biggest hits.
Yes, we did. I finally got to sing with Dolly. I have been a huge fan of hers all of my life. Well, not all of my life, but half of it anyway. And she is a wonderful person inside and out, very talented, gifted, loving, giving. And for me to get to sing a song with Dolly was my dream come true.
I mean,
that would be so much fun. I'm going to check into that.
It's our dream, too. So, Reba, we're going to watch Big Sky. We're going to watch Fancy in our heads on The Real Housewives of New York. And then the verses with Dolly. I'm so glad I was able to help your career today.
Bless your heart. Thank you so much.
All I asked for is a front row seat at the Ryman. That's it.
You got it. It's yours.
Reba McEntire, you are truly a legend. We love you, and we can't wait to see you on the show. Thank you so much for talking to us.
My pleasure. Hope you enjoy the show. Thanks.
Awesome.
Too much.
Okay, well, I'm in love with Reba McEntire. Like,
I can tell.
Confirmed.
I'm surprised you didn't worm your way into that duet with Dolly, too.
All I want is the front row. That's it. Just a seat.
Not the microphone, just a seat. All right, Midday Live is not over.